But before we do, a quick shout out. Guys, please make sure, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you have my top 3 supporters of the stream favorited. That is Asia Kim at the moment, Top Badge, Groovy's Beach, Top Badge, who's also a judge on the show, Top Badge Smurfy. Make sure you hit that follow on all 3. Please make sure you're following and favoriting my admins. So if you'd like to be a guest on our show, you are able to do so with their orchestration. They will get you into the group chats. They will give you the themes. They will give you some tips. We'll show you some past, winning stories, just so you get yourself a little acclimated to what we're doing here. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. It is my pleasure to welcome to the box a top streamer here. She has her own featured show, and she is an amazing content creator. Ladies and gentlemen, please make sure that we are favoriting and following Top Badge, Groovy's Beach.
Welcome. The air conditioning should shut off shortly. My name is Groovy's Genie. I'm here to tell you my very best master's story. Once upon a time, there was a little baby. This little baby was abandoned by her parents with a little tiny dragon. It's the only thing this baby was given. She was found upon a doorstep, abandoned, but there was a little protective red dragon with her, and this is all the baby was. This little girl continued to grow up with this dragon. She kept the dragon very close to her heart. She talked to the dragon. She believed that the dragon talked to her. As she began to grow up, she really made this dragon her imaginary friend. Well, anyway, the mean parents that were raising this little girl, they didn't like the fact that she talked to the dragon. One day, they told this little girl that they were going to get rid of the dragon, that they were going to do away with the only thing that she had that connected her to her real parents. The little girl grabbed her dragon as quickly as possible, and she ran for the hills. She ran as quickly as she could with her dragon. She ran, and she ran, and she ran, and she ran for the hills, and she ran, and she ran, and she ran, and she ran until she found a dark cave. She thought it was a spooky cave, a very, very spooky cave. But inside this cave, this was actually a cave of wonders. Inside this cave, she happened to grab. She sat in the sand. She found something very, 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 very hard underneath her. So she reached down. She picked it up. She dusted it off. And lo and behold, I popped out. She freed me. She freed me. And I said to the little girl, "Oh my gosh, you freed me. I've been in that little lamp for 1,000 years. The little girl was so happy to see me, but was a little concerned. And she said, "You lived in that little lamp for 1,000 years? I told her, "Yes. It's the curse that I've been given for the rest of eternity to live in the little lamp because I'm not free." The little girl said, "Wow. Well, what can I do to help you?" And I told her, I said, "Well, if you really want to help me, you could always wish me out." The little girl said, "Well, of course I would do that. If I'm given 3 wishes, my first one is to wish you for free." She wished me free. I said to the little girl, "Well, what's your second wish, little girl?" She said, I wish that my little dragon would grow up and be bigger. I want a bigger dragon that I can play with better because I've gotten bigger." So I made her dragon bigger. And as she got bigger, she ended up playing on that dragon. She loved her dragon. That was the most special dragon. The parents couldn't take her away because she had it hidden in the hills. She loved that little dragon. Well, one day I said to her, I said, "Little girl, what is it that I can do for you now? What can I do for you now?" I told her, I said, "Whatever you wish, I will make it come true." She said, "Well, I made you free. It was the most beautiful thing, but this last wish was for me. I want to wish something good, something wonderful. I know what I want to wish. I want to wish my dragon to be real and free. So I made her dragon real. I made her dragon free. And with that, it even blows smoke. It even blows smoke. It does. It really blows smoke. Hold that thought. Well, it usually blows smoke. Unfortunately, here we go, here we go. And it was real and it was free, and that's the way it should always be. And when I grew up, I knew that I too would be free. And that's my story. My very best master's story.
Thank you, Top Batch Groovy. If anyone has now tuning in to our show, you have been listening to Top Batch Groovy Beach gave her take on Mej and the Cave of Wonders. Did she tell a compelling enough tale? Was it creative enough for the judges? In just a while after the last guest, we are going to hear from our judges who are busy in the audience critiquing and giving those extra points where it might be necessary. They will tell you in a moment some of the criteria they look for. Groovy, since you didn't introduce yourself in the beginning, would you like to take a quick moment and just introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Groovy's Beach. I love playing games in my stream, entertaining people. We have a lot of fun in my stream, a lot of fun. I do have a featured show that airs every Friday night at midnight, which is actually Saturday at 12 a.m. So as soon as it turns into Saturday morning, there you can find me in my featured show called A Groovy Game Show. And we have 4 contestants that play 3 different games during the 1-hour show to try and become a reigning champion. We play charades, true or false, and a scavenger hunt. It's a lot of fun, a lot of laughter. Definitely come pull up and have some fun.
All right. Thank you,
Oh
Top
yeah, and
Batch
I'm live
Groovy
every night.
Beach.
I'm live every night.
If you can just wait right back in the audience, and in just a moment after the last storyteller has told their tale, we are going to hear from our judges, 3 amazing top streamers, 3 amazing creators of some fabulous content here on the app. They will box up and they will give you their feedback. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Once Upon a Mesh Story, a featured show here on the app every Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's where we give the storytellers a theme, and based on the theme, they create a narrative filled with